Hello.
Welcome to On a Mission special Halloween episode. I'm Emily Meow.
I'm supposed to be Grogu, but the effect is sort of lacking when it has two faces. But y'all know what I'm going for.
Yeah, where's your shark? You could switch it.
I have the shark too. If you were on my stream last night, Speedball had this on, so I have this just eating my head.
And I'm with Veda's shark. It's Emily Meow and Veda Shark.
I also have a what I thought was a lobster, but the butt is flat, so I think it's a crab. These are things I took from my mom. Had to do like a Halloween under the sea display at an event, so I just took these. So there we go.
That. Well, I have a whole bucket of Halloween candy left over from those trick-or-treaters. I did not have any scoundrels that decided to take my full bucket, and I left it outside.
So I've been seeing a lot online about people saying that they had candy and then like no trick-or-treaters showed up. Is that a thing? Because like I was saying to Emily before we started, so where I live, trick-or-treat is not on Halloween. It's on the Friday closest to Halloween from 6 to 8 p.m. So it was last Friday, and like I wasn't home, so I don't know what trick-or-treat was. I don't know. Is it just like, are kids not trick-or-treating?
I don't know. Everyone, let me know if you all went trick-or-treating or if you had kiddos and went trick-or-treating with them. We're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna eat candy. Veda will eat snacks. I want everyone to let me know what their favorite Halloween candy is. I might even have them in my. I'm trying to get rid of it, so I will send you candy with a special note from me.
We technically know that Halloween has passed, that it is November 1st. But
it doesn't matter.
Well, we didn't want to do it on Halloween because we figured everyone would be celebrating, and now we get 2 days of Halloween. Or 3, in my case, because trick-or-treat is not on Halloween where I live.
Exactly. We're just celebrating all year. Can we just celebrate the next few weeks? Because I will with this candy. So everyone, I have Kit Kats. I have Reese's. Veda, I know those are your favorite.
Do love Reese's. Anything chocolate peanut butter is always good.
Jolly Ranchers. Lollipops.
I like the Jolly Rancher lollipops too.
Twizzlers.
Last night on my stream, we did a Canadian Halloween candy tier list, and like everyone agrees that anything chocolate peanut butter is number one, like full stop.
Brian said, I bought tons of candy and never turned on the lights and just ate all the candy. I mean, that's one way to celebrate. There's no judgment here. We all celebrate in different ways. San Antonio had a ton of trick-or-treaters. Big Mike, I do not have Twix. I have Kit Kat.
Similar.
And Hershey's. Similar. Hershey's, if you all want. And little gummy bears. I got a mix. I'm going to eat some gummy bears. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm going to eat candy instead. So we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. I mean, we always do every week, but this is our little Halloween special. I have to remember to not touch my nose. Remind me, everyone, because I'm going to have it like up there. We're going to do some fun Halloween trivia, but we're going to just talk a little bit about the breaking news that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
And today.
Gummy Bear has entered the chat just as Emily's about to eat some gummy bears. So
I just ate you, Gummy Bear.
Don't take this personally, Gummy Bear.
Oh, no. Where's the green? I have a green and an orange. I'm sorry, Gummy Bear. I just ate you. That's yummy. Veda, do you want to break down the breaking news that happened on Mission Pro's socials?
We found out that Raylan is coming back to Mission Pro and not coming alone. Blonde Force Trauma, we've got Heather Monroe debuting in Mission Pro at this tag team debuting, and they are someone I'm so excited to see, only because first of all, I love both of them as individuals. I love Raylan. I love Heather Monroe. So talented. And I love them as a tag team. And it is so rare sometimes to see, especially women's tag teams that, you know, continue to like grow together and work together on the independents. And Bougie Reality and Blonde Force Trauma are two solid tag teams. And so that's really cool to see. This is a match that a lot of people have been asking for a long time.
This is really exciting. I really love what Blonde Force Trauma has been doing. And they, I think, are a formidable opponent for Bougie Reality. Raylan was at the last Thriller show. Speaking of Halloween, I hope everyone danced to Thriller. So She definitely was keeping her eye on things. And so this was a really big announcement that Raylan will be returning after 2 years to a Mission Pro ring. And she doesn't do it by just doing it. She's going after those Mission Pro tag team titles.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a match that I've seen people asking for all over the place. And I'm really, really glad to see another tag team come to Mission Pro. We have such a great tag scene. But yeah, Heather and Raylan are awesome. And they're also super cohesive as a team, which to me makes them a big threat.
Definitely. I mean, we've seen kind of Maddie and Roche compete in different promotions separately and together. And they kind of took a little time off Mission Pro. And then now they're getting one of the toughest opponents out there.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a very warm welcome back for Bougie Reality as we have lined up one of the top tag teams in all of wrestling. But you know, Roche and Maddie want to be defending champions. I mean, we've seen them go through a lot. Even their personalities have kind of shifted as they've become, you know, just on top for so long. And I think that, you know, if they want to be defending champions, if they want to be fighting champions, and this is a great opportunity to show like that they are definitively the Mission Pro champions, tag champions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we also, if you all haven't seen, we did release the poster for Silver Bells 3. There's some returning talent and some debuts that we haven't seen in a really long time. So tickets are on sale at missionprowrestling.com or Eventbrite. You could look up Mission Pro Wrestling and it comes up. But as you can see, we have a very stacked card of talent, and throughout the next few weeks we'll be announcing more and more matches, but you can kind of see who's already there, some surprises, some returns, and we're excited as leading up to Silver Bells.
And I've been seeing on social media, people have even started to like speculate what matches could possibly come together just based on the poster. There's a lot of people who are back, which is really exciting. Always great to see, like Izzy back. Bougie Reality back is great. But then Kylan King right on the top of the poster, she is a very, very different animal than she has been in the past. And I'm excited to see what Kylan does now in Mission Pro.
Exactly. I mean, Kylan King has been one of the longstanding Mission Pro favorites. Has been at Impact. Impact has been all over, and it's been a really long time since she's been here. And so I'm excited to see her back. And I think it's going to be a really amazing show to end the 2023 year. So it's very exciting. And we're on our Halloween special and already talking the holidays and Christmas. Okay, which candy should I eat now, everyone? You gotta let me know.
So what did you have? The gummy bears?
I had the gummy bears.
I'm gonna do a chocolate something.
Chocolate? Should I do Reese's? That's your favorite.
Reese's is always good.
Should I do Reese's? Let me know. I haven't had dinner. I'm gonna be like sugar.
Okay,
sugar.
So Big Mike is speculating maybe next up to challenge Tiffany Nieves at Mission Pro could be Kylan King. I mean, she definitely has the accolades, Kylan, stacked up. You know, she definitely is someone that I think has earned the right to step in and challenge for any championship in wrestling at any time. So I don't know. That'd be a hot match.
I mean, that definitely will be a really like intense match if that happened. I'm trying to pull up because Tiffany Nieves is going to be very busy in the month of November.
We can talk about that, right? It was just announced.
It was just announced that that Tiffany will be facing Izzy at Ladies Night Out on November 26th, that Sunday. It was just announced and it is for the Mission Pro title. So this is a really big deal. So check our Mission Pro socials and title match and Ladies Night Out social media because there's going to be a lot more information about it. This is a huge moment for Izzy.
For sure, and that's a match that came together, it seems, back in the Mission Pro locker room. Like, everything was going down there. And, of course, it's on Title Match, so if you're already watching the Mission Pro shows, you can watch this one, too. I'm not sure if it's part of a package or what, but I think everything from WrestleCade is on Title Match. But you can definitely watch the Ladies Night Out. I know, because I'll be there, so... I have the
Exactly.
details on that one.
Yes, Beta will be there. I know that some Mission Pro representatives will be there as well. Brian brought up a good point that last time we saw Kylan King was at Mission Pro
Oh.
last September for the triple casket match for the MPW title. Was it September? August, September, October, November, because
The
it was like
casket match,
around.
it was somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
it was
Yeah.
October. Yeah, November. It was like the second to last. Is it December? I'm like totally losing track of time
But
here.
that's a
But it
very
was,
intense match to be your last match in Mission Pro until now. I think it gave Kylan probably a lot to think about. And like we said, she is a very, very different beast than she was even then.
yeah. I mean, I also want to kind of go back to Tiffany real quick. That Brian brings up this point that Tiffany has 2 title defenses for the MPW title outside of a Mission Pro show, and the other one is Future of Women's Wrestling. She's facing Johnny Robbie, who was just a part of New Japan this past weekend as part of the New Japan Academy students, and that is on November 12th, Sunday, November 12th. So Tiffany's just on the road again. She's a fighting champion on the road, so it's really exciting to kind of see her branch out and put that title to the test.
I wouldn't trust Tiffany being in Izzy's corner. Oh yeah, I mean, I think this rivalry between Tiffany and Izzy, like Izzy was trying to show respect. Like Izzy is a fan first and foremost.
Did you see Izzy? But like I kind of understand where Tiffany's coming from. You saw where Izzy tried to pick up her crown and the title. You just don't do that.
I know, but I don't think Izzy was trying to be disrespectful. Regardless, she got under Tiffany's skin enough to get a title match out of it. So whether you think it was intentional, whether you think Izzy was maybe just all overexcited, she gets overexcited sometimes. It worked out, at least for now, but now she actually has to fight Tiffany.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Tiffany called her bluff a little bit. Like, okay, you want to touch my stuff? Like, okay, let me show you what it's like to
and
earn a championship spot.
The interesting thing too about that is this match is taking place at WrestleCade, where Tiffany, I think, is a much more familiar kind of wrestler and kind of entity down in North Carolina, down in that area. Whereas Izzy, this is going to be, her 3rd match by then. She's someone who has the full support of the Mission Pro fans behind her in San Antonio. She's not going to be in San Antonio. So I think that's another interesting dynamic. Definitely all the Mission Pro fans have to tune into the show. It's not just this title match. There's a bunch of other favorites on the show as well. So super exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it is really exciting. I think, this is a chance. This is like Izzy's rookie year, right? Like she has to really show, like the fact that she's already trying to go after a title. And she's wrestling in different states is amazing. And I know she's very active in San Antonio area, but the fact that she's already going to different states, I know some wrestlers don't even wrestle outside of their home state in their first year, and she's already doing it a few months in. So it's really incredible. And she's really focused. And I think December and November is going to be a really amazing time for the wrestlers in Mission Pro.
Well, and we're also going to find out soon, I'm sure, who Tiffany is potentially going to be facing at Silver Bells, assuming that she still has her title by then. And
I know she has 2.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like she's these title defenses she's gonna have in the back of her mind, like whoever is lined up for her for Silver Bells. I mean, that's a lot. So very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here, and a lot of people again are eyeing because Tiffany's like has the spotlight on her. Yeah, people are definitely. I mean, even Izzy, the youngest, like one of the youngest members of the Mission Pro roster, has her eye on things.
Okay, Walter says Emily has the best costume.
Oh, well,
she's a glittery cat.
I am a glittery cat. Meow. I'm Emily Meow.
Mine is. It's an approximation of a costume. It's like I could also wear this like out, I guess. It's got like it's a full little onesie. Yeah. It's not the best costume, but it's a costume.
There, I updated my name. I'm like, meow. I see. This is what happens. I'm gonna be so jittery from all the sugar, but that's
Well, you
okay.
didn't eat either. Didn't you say you're just eating candy?
No, I didn't have dinner yet.
So you
It's
just
okay.
crash.
I'm
in
gonna
an
just be
hour.
like, this cat will sleep. All right. What? Oh, and as a reminder, so now that we're slowly announcing who's on the who's on the poster and who's a part of our show on in December, the sponsorships are open. So you can email missionprowrestling@gmail.com and you can sponsor a wrestler, you can sponsor a match, you can sponsor this Mission Pro tag team match, and you could sponsor the wrestlers. There's so many ways to get involved. So email us and we'll send you all the info.
And it's Dom pointing out that this outfit is acceptable for Margs and Targs run, which is when I get cheap margaritas and go to Target with my husband. We do it at least once a month.
And you can sponsor a ref too. Javina's saying you can sponsor everyone. Broadcast
Sponsor
team,
everyone.
sponsors. You can sponsor Emily. Meow. All right.
You can also just bring candy.
and just
Like
bring
to keep the candy theme.
Look, everyone, there are holiday candies. So yeah, I'm gonna send this candy. So everyone message Mission Pros social media or me, and I'll send you a little goodie bag with a cute note from Emily. Meow.
What else we got for Halloween?
All right. Do we want to do some fun trivia?
Sure.
All right, everyone. Okay, and no cheating. No, let's have some fun. Don't look online, guys. I know it's so
what's
easy
the deal?
to.
If you know the answer, do you just type it in?
Yeah, so everyone in the
Okay.
chat type it in, and then Veda, if you know it, just shout it out.
Okay.
I don't know if Brian will be Santa this year. We usually have other we have some Santa and Mrs. Claus that come by and visit.
There could be multiple Santas.
That's true. Are we gonna do a Santa run? We're gonna do a San Antonio Santa run and just have everyone.
All right, what do we got for trivia?
Okay. All right. Okay. How many Michael Myers Halloween movies are there?
I'm not a horror movie fan, so I don't know. At least one. So no, there's at least one. Then there's so there's
Because
three.
Jamie Lee Curtis-
I can think of the first three, and then I remember they came out with like Halloween like H2O
Yeah.
at one point. So that's 4, but I feel like there's probably like a dozen.
Ooh, there's lots of guesses. 7, 3, 6, 8, 13.
Davina says 13.
4. 13's too many. Oh God, I think I'm really off. Okay. So you want to know drum roll? Oh, where
Don't
did
touch your face.
I know. Oh shoot, sorry. It's like 9. There's 9 Halloween
9.
movies.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Dom came the closest without going over.
Exactly.
This is Price is Right rules.
Yeah, so whoever gets the most answers, maybe someone can keep track. I'll send y'all a
H2O is where Busta Rhymes fights him. Sure it is.
It is.
That makes sense.
1 and 2, Brian, you're right. 1 and 2 are the best. Then there's like the weird pumpkin one, and it just gets strange.
I'm really not a horror movie person, and it's not like because I have like I like or dislike them. I'm not big on just like straight up like slasher gore stuff. So I think that's why I like the older ones. Like even though like the first Halloween is like a slasher movie, it's less like just like gross out than like
too
later
gory.
horror movies.
Yeah. Like I'm a thriller kind of person.
Okay,
where...
hold on. Stop, because Dom has a point, and Dom is almost always right about these sorts of things, because Dom says, were you counting Halloween 3? Michael Myers wasn't in that one, which is an asterisk, and I think, Dom, if that is correct, that is not a Michael Myers movie, it's just a Halloween movie. So there's actually 2 answers, perhaps.
Okay. Well,
I trust Dom with this stuff.
I don't have time to go back and do my research, y'all. I did all my research. I don't know. I have to check now.
So the answer is approximately 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Okay, we'll move on. Let's go to our favorite thing, which is candy.
Okay, there.
Let's
That
have
is a
more.
definite answer.
Okay, let's go to candy. So this is a question. What is the most popular Halloween candy this year?
This year.
Yes.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna give you 4 options. So it's
Okay.
multiple choice.
Okay.
Hershey's, M&M's, candy corn, or Reese's.
So my heart says Reese's because it just is a perennial favorite. But I could see M&M's being popular because they're come in the little bags, and that's a good get.
Easy.
I'm gonna say Reese's though. I'm saying
Okay.
Reese's.
What
It
does
can't be
everyone
candy
say?
corn.
I see M&M's. I see Hershey's, Reese's, candy corn. Candy corn's like horrible. It's
Okay,
like
well,
whacked.
you weren't supposed to. Is that the answer revealed? It's
No.
not candy corn.
Okay, the
Is it
answer
Reese's?
is Reese's. Yay! Oh, I lost my Hershey cup in here. It's somewhere. Our stream is going haywire. All right, everyone. Reese's is the answer. Someone made a burger with candy corn cheese.
Was it just like melted candy corn on the
Oh,
burger?
that's gross.
I don't generally.
That's
I
gross.
can't tell you the last time I had candy corn. Most of it has a like a wax coating on it
It's
that I can't
waxy,
eat.
yeah.
But even if I did eat candy corn, I'm not a big fan. It's kind of just sweet. But if you like just like straight up sweet, I guess it's good. I don't
Yeah.
know. My
Ugh.
mom loves candy corn. My mom likes the candy corn with the little like chocolate. I guess it's supposed to be chocolate bit at the
Yeah.
end. It kind of all just tastes like sugar. But my mom does like candy corn, so
All right,
can't write it off.
candy corn is that's a tough one. The sugar
about
crust is
the-
going to be killer. Yes.
What do y'all think about other like candy corn type things, like the pumpkins, the round pumpkins that are just like a ball of sugar for your mouth? Are those
Nope.
also good to Oh, Bob Burger said little pumpkin candies are the best.
No, it's the same thing. It's just shaped like a pumpkin. Ugh. All right,
Brian likes candy corn.
okay, I'm gonna try to eat this, but I'm spilling chocolate everywhere. So I'm eating Reese's as a honorary of the number 1 candy this year. All right, I'm gonna give you a Halloween movie quote.
Okay.
And I know you're not into movies, but I think
But I might know a movie quote.
you
I
might
know
know
a movie
this.
quote.
You might know this. Okay. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Okay, so I know this one because I've seen. So this is like the era of horror movies that I have seen. So I do know this one. That's from Nightmare on Elm Street because you can't fall asleep because Freddy's in your nightmares. Okay, that one I know.
Okay. Oh, now it stuck to my mouth. Okay. This is the thing about doing streams and eating candy is. Okay, good job. Veda got that one. Yay! And everyone in the chat. All right, we're gonna do another quote. All right, another movie quote. A boy's best friend is his mother.
Okay, this one I know, and I wouldn't even consider this one to be a horror movie.
Really?
But this is Psycho.
Yes, it is.
Psycho was kind of the original slasher, though. They hadn't really shown that on screen beforehand.
They didn't show blood and all that on screen, so this was a really big deal. Psycho is one of my favorite movies of all time. So that is like
I live on the corner of Elm and Crystal
Hitchcock.
Lake, says Brian. That is not prime real estate, my friend.
You might want to move, Brian.
Yes, Leva Bates has an amazing Psycho costume. Actually, she wore it at
Yes!
at the PopCon.
Oklahoma show.
Yeah, she wore
was
it there.
Norma Bates, right?
Yeah, and she's done it other places too, and she basically comes out like the mother, like Mother Bates, and then she like transforms, and of course everything Leva does is brilliant. But yes, that is Psycho.
All right. We're going to do another one. This is a little bit more more modern era of scary movies. So, not sure if this is your vibe, but I think people in the chat might get it. Don't blame the movies. the movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Okay, so this one I think I do know.
Okay.
It's
you wanna
not as recent as I thought it was going to be,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, it's not
It's
like
It's Scream, right?
it is Scream.
Okay. So I love Scream. The original Scream. My brother and I, for whatever reason, we had a VHS of Scream, and we used to watch it like every night. And I remember watching that. I remember going to see Scream 2, and then I remember seeing Scream 3 and being like, oh, these suck now. And then I haven't seen any past that. But there was a period of time where I was watching the movie Scream every night. So.
I love this movie. I love that.
It's good.
Airplane. That is not Airplane.
Brian, none of these answers will be Airplane.
These answers, I mean, you could do a version of Airplane that's, I think that's Snakes on a Plane. I think that's the version that you're thinking of. All right,
Scream is good though. Scream is actually a very good movie.
It. And I like how the Scream 2 and all the ones after aren't as, sometimes they're not as good, but they're actually pretty good.
But they also kind of, at least for like 2 and 3, acknowledge the fact that sequels are usually bad, and that was like part of the plot, was like the murderer was kind of using the tropes of horror sequels in order to like try to get away, and that was like worked in. So they acknowledge that like by movie 3 usually it sucks. Like that was kind of part of the plot. I appreciate that. But no, the first Scream is great. I haven't seen any of the like there's new
TV
ones,
shows,
right?
yeah. There's like the TV shows. I haven't seen those. Saturday the 14th.
Brian's here doing a full routine.
Brian, are you doing your stand-up right now? Okay. All right, here's another movie quote. This one, I don't know if everyone's going to get, but it's one of my faves.
Okay.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
So I know that as a quote, like as part of pop culture, but is it I have a guess. I know that I think it's said in this movie, but I don't know if it's from this movie. Is it from Addams Family Values?
No.
Huh. Because I'm pretty, because I know Wednesday says it at one point, but what is it from? Does anyone guess?
The chat
a scary movie.
It's a scary thriller, not slasher, more.
Afraid.
No one in the chat.
What year is the movie from? Do you know?
Okay, I will tell you. The movie is from 1986.
Oh, okay. So like a little bit more of like a classic.
A little classic, yeah.
I don't
know. Okay, I'll tell you.
What is it?
The Fly.
Oh, okay. So that's good too.
Yeah.
But I didn't think of it as a horror. Yeah, but you're right. You said it was more of a thriller.
Yeah.
But it's got horror. It's
thriller,
got like body
sci-fi.
horror in it.
Yeah.
I mean, like the transformation
scary.
stuff is pretty horrific.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. See, I threw some ones in there. The Fly. See, yeah, not The Shining.
The Shining is good though too. That's another kind of like, that's more of the genre of like horror that I enjoy, where it's more of like a thriller than horror.
Brian says, scariest movie all time was Empire Strikes Back when Vader tells Luke he's his father. Scary for some, yes.
Okay, spoilers, says Big Mike. If you don't know that particular twist by now, welcome to society.
Yes.
I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know what you've been doing for all these years, and I don't know why you've chosen to spend your first day on Earth here watching our podcast.
I don't know, but welcome. Thank you for watching Emily Meow and Veda Shark. Or Veda Yoda.
I dropped my shark. Hold on.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to see what else we have. Oh, you might know this. This is a very we're gonna do general movie. It's like general movie questions.
Okay.
All right. Not a quote.
Okay.
So what horror film was the first ever of its genre to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar?
I feel like I should know this. Best Picture Oscar, first of its genre, horror. What? Can you give me a decade?
1974.
74.
And it's been redone a bunch of times. The music is very famous. They say the set was haunted and cursed.
They said the set was haunted and cursed. I feel like I should know this. Set was haunted and cursed.
All right.
Brian
Does
says
anyone...
Exorcist? It could be the... No. Is it The Exorcist?
It is
I
The
for some reason
Exorcist.
thought that was later.
Exorcist.
So you know why I said The Exorcist? Because Dom said The Exorcist, and Dom is
Dom!
never wrong. Dom is
is
never
sneaking
wrong.
Dom sneaking into the chat with all these answers.
Dom is never wrong.
Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These are all
Brian,
good movies.
The Godfather
The
is not a
Godfather-
horror movie.
Hey,
Although
for
there are some, it's very violent.
It is
at
very
times.
violent. For some, it's just family history.
The Exorcist is good though too. I didn't realize. So I, for some reason, thought The Exorcist was more the 80s. But now that you say it, yeah, that makes sense.
See, now we're catching up on all of our favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
That The Sound of Music is not a horror movie. Let's see. I'm trying to go through my... I don't know. Do you have any, Veda? Do you have any fun facts or fun things you want to share with everyone?
Like I said, I'm not really a horror person. It's just like not my...
But does
genre.
Veda Shark like... What does Veda Shark have to say?
Do you know what movie I love, and I actually was in the mood to watch the other day, and then I didn't, but it's a horror movie, I would say. The Babadook. I love The Babadook. I do.
Okay.
So that's probably the most recent like horror movie I saw that I liked. My husband and I watch a lot of like stuff that comes on Netflix that's like horror thriller type movies, and they're always so bad. Like they're just bad. And I don't know if like it's just because we don't enjoy the genre or what, but like they're always bad. I did like The Babadook though. So that's, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old. So within the past decade, The Babadook.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Okay, so what is... I'm gonna kind of do another kind of a few wrestling movie questions. Does everyone do one on Leprechaun? I have so many trivia where we'd be here all night. Who has played a famous horror Santa in a favorite Halloween Christmas movie?
This I have seen. I hosted a viewing party of this at one point, actually. This is Goldberg, who is Jewish, I believe.
Yes, he is.
Playing Santa in Santa's sleigh.
It is one of my favorite holiday movies. This nice Jewish girl watching Santa's sleigh. Perfection. Billy Bob Thornton. No, Brian, it is not Billy Bob Thornton. Doesn't he play a bad Santa in a movie?
He does play bad Santa, but he's like a bad bad department store Santa.
Oh, he does, right?
Yeah.
So
yes,
there are
Goldberg, Santa's sleigh.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, so there's so many movies you all could go watch that have wrestlers in them. So go do it. Go have some fun.
We were talking about this before the stream started. Like, there was that period of time where WWE was like I don't know, do they still have studio? Do they still have a movie like production company? Because there was a period of time where they were putting everybody in movies, and they were always horror movies or action movies because you don't have to act. Like, you just stumble around and be Kane. See No Evil. That was the Kane movie. May 19th. I've never seen it. I just remember the promotional campaign.
He does a lot of cursing. Yeah, so Brian says for Silver Bells 3, we need a bad Santa and a good Santa. We got to figure out, we got to talk to Santa and Mrs. Claus. See what's going to happen.
So, like, I'm just curious, because again, I'm not a big horror movie person, but like, what's considered to be the best like horror movie? Would we consider it to be like a slasher? Like, would it be like a Halloween or a Friday the 13th? Because like Psycho is incredible, but it's like, I don't know. I don't consider
So,
it the same genre as
so
like Halloween.
I consider genres like, oh, They Live with Roddy
That was
Piper is
Roddy
very
Piper.
good as
Yep.
well. That's a classic. They were just showing the anniversary version of it in the theaters, so
Mm.
everyone should have gone to see that. Um, so I think there's different genres. I think there's like the slasher films that are like just bloody and gory, and then there's like the psychological thrillers, which I consider to be like Halloween and like Psycho, like some of those
Mhm.
are like, yeah, they're a little, you don't see all the killing as much, right? It's like
Yeah,
in your head, there's music, it's ambiance,
to me it's a lot different than when they like show like
all the
the like
blood and the
blood and guts,
slashing and the
but that's like a
stabbing.
whole
Yeah.
thing. Like that's a whole thing that some
Yeah.
people like. Huh.
Yeah, so I think there's different genres, and then there's like the haunted, like on Netflix they have like the house on Haunted Hill or whatever.
Right,
Like
and those are more like atmospheric kind
those
of
are
like
atmospheric where it's like you see things happening in the background and like it's very like story driven because and then there's some scary movies that are just not story driven. It's a simple plot, but you have a lot of uh, you know,
oh, and then there was
murders.
like the found footage movies. They were really big for a while. Those are creepy, but
Yeah,
you can
like
really only watch them once, I feel like.
well, how do you feel like remember the whole Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, all of that stuff that felt very real?
So Blair Witch Project, I actually saw there was a little theater in my hometown that was showing Blair Witch Project when it first came out, and my friend and I went to see it because we had heard about it, like heard that it was coming out, but like it wasn't in big theaters for a while. They had to like re-release it. So we went, and that was at the time where like people weren't sure if it was real or not. It was creepy in theaters, like on the first watch. But like I don't know that it holds up to like multiple watches, but like the first time without like knowing a lot about it, without like the
Mhm.
internet being popular, like that was a creepy movie.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing Paranormal Activity in the theater and it was one of those movies that went viral when and so you
Hmm.
had to see it in the movie theater.
Right.
And I remember staying with like I was like called up my friend and was like, I'm staying with you because I don't want to be by myself. And I remember I was like, I don't like ghosts. Like ghosts are my thing that's the one thing in movies or documentaries or anything I just can't stand. And so I
So
was like,
like
I need people
yeah,
around me.
and it's like the ghost movies too, like the imagery is really creepy, and it just sort of like the ones like you said, like the ones on Netflix where like something just sort of like wanders into the background. Like that's more creepy than just like horrifying, and that like
Yeah.
sticks with you a little bit. Oh,
Oh,
Big Mike, as Big Mike says, like the Blair Witch Project, it was boring.
yeah.
Like once you like
Yeah.
when you go back and watch it, most of the movie is nothing. Like
Oh my
most of
god.
the movie is nothing.
Walter says Emily and Veda would never die in a horror movie. They are too beautiful.
Oh, I would die right away,
Well,
probably.
that's the question. Gummy Bear, which I'm sorry, Gummy Bear, I ate all of you. Who would die in a slasher
I have no
first?
survival instincts whatsoever. So in things like the post-apocalyptic movies too, where people are like, we need to keep going for humanity and like The
Yeah.
Walking Dead and
No?
stuff. For what? No.
Like
Nope. I'm
zombies? You
done.
wouldn't like fight off zombies like
No.
Dawn of
I'm
the
done.
Dead?
Nope. No survival instincts whatsoever.
Really?
Nope.
See, I would talk to them to death. I would kill them. They would be like, we don't want anything to do with you. And then I'd run away.
So so JD mentions Twilight Zone. I am absolutely obsessed with, in particular, the original run of the Twilight Zone. I have seen every episode 1 million times. Some of those are
That's a good Thanksgiving marathon. That's a
yeah.
Thanksgiving marathon show I watch.
I've done hardcore matches, but like that's not real. Like the violence is real, but there's no one's like actually trying to kill me. And also,
Okay.
once it's over, I can just go to Denny's. I don't have to live in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Be careful, those late night Denny's. You never know what happens. Okay, Veda, have you seen the challenge? It's the Michael Myers challenge.
No, what
And
is
I
this?
want people at home to do this and I want to see what they do. So what you do is you have Michael Myers, someone poses Michael Myers, and you have your keys and you have to see if you can how long it takes to escape him by like you have to unlock your front door.
Okay, and he's
So
walking at like
he's
Michael Myers
walking at his
pace.
Michael Myers pace because he usually walks pretty slow, and you have to
Right.
run, and he's like trying to get you, and you have to get into your house in time.
I feel like I could do that.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel like if I'm like able to run and he's just like Michael Myers walking, like my front door is not complicated. I think I could do it. But I guess if it's like real, you have to add in like the fear aspect. Also, normally when people are running from Michael Myers, they've got like their hamstrings sliced open or something like that. Like he's already gotten
He's
them
already
once.
gotten a little chunk out of him. Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. Is that like a TikTok thing?
Yeah, it's a
Or
TikTok thing. So
okay.
look it up. We'll do. See. I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll send it. I'll post it. I'll have. Brandon pose as Michael
It's the
Myers.
Michael Myers.
He'll enjoy that way too much. Videos of a guy looking at people in the window of his car.
So like the
No.
creepy factor of just like the thing in the mask just sort of like standing there or like slowly pacing, like that's creepy. That is like a universal horror trope.
Oh yeah, like the ones that the one movie that I remember seeing, like Urban Legends. Do you remember that movie?
Which Urban Legends? Was it was that like there was like
And
a
like
period of
Final
time where, like, a bunch-
Destination.
around then. Okay, yeah. I remember Final Destination.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
they were all they're all those like scary folklore movies turned into like real stuff. And
Mhm.
so that stuff is
Ooh.
like
I have one that
that'll
I
do
did go
well.
see in theaters. And I think it might be on Netflix now, maybe. It's on one of the streaming services, but I saw it in theaters when it came out. I was living in England at the time, and I remember going to see this specifically. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. They made a movie of it. And
Yes.
it's based
the
on those books.
Those books.
And
I think
the
we've talked
stuff-
about this.
So like there's the movie itself sucks. Like it's a bad movie. But there's a couple like scenes that they pull directly from the books. And if you grew up being terrified by those like Harold, the
Yes.
skin creature on the
The
roof,
spider. What about the thing with the spiders that
spider
crawl on the face?
and like the spiders in your face, and then like
Yeah, no.
the big giant lady, like they made the stuff in the movie looks like the illustrations.
Yeah, no.
It's scary, but I think it's only scary if you grew up reading the books.
Yeah, like Goosebumps scared me. All of those books scared me.
We were
and
talking
then-
about Are You Afraid of the Dark last night on my stream. That some of
Um,
those episodes were actually scary.
Yes, this is true. Final Destination is the reason 35-plus-year-olds don't drive behind wood trucks.
Oh my god, it's instant terror. Instant
It's
terror.
literally anxiety attacks. Hellraiser is scary. That is true. The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark book stuck with you. That is true.
Some of those were very, very scary.
Walter
And the
said
illustrations.
the illustrations were beautiful and scary.
Yeah.
He may walk slow, but he's still going to kill you eventually. That's a warning, Beta, for Michael Myers.
So that's the thing. He's like relentless, right? So like, if you stop, he'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
Dom, the monster in the swimming pool. Yes, that is a terrifying. Are You Afraid of the
Mhm.
Dark? There were
Did
some
you
really
s-
scary Afraid of the Dark.
Did you see all the amazing posts of Halloween costumes in the wrestling world? There was Halloween Havoc the last 2 weeks, so there's
Yeah.
been some amazing costumes. Have
Every
you had
year,
some
Shotzi
favorites?
is the queen of Halloween. Like,
Yeah.
she 100% is. I thought it was so cool to get Scarlett in on it too this year because she is someone else who loves creepy stuff, dressing up. They have that series out now where they go to like paranormal locations. So like the two of them just going all out with costumes. I love to see it.
Have you been watching
not
Have you been watching the show?
Yeah.
Their paranormal show. So I have been to the Winchester Mystery House. I don't know if you've been to some haunted sites.
The Winchester Mystery House, I was outside of it and I didn't have time to go. But I've like read a lot about it and it's very fascinating. But my headphone fell out. I was outside of it one time when I was in town and I didn't have time to like actually like go and do the tour. But you can see a little bit of it outside and you can already see that like it's very cool.
It's very cool. I've had seances before in like Savannah and New Orleans. I've done those
Savannah
tours.
has a lot of like creepy
Savannah
stuff.
has some of the is one of the most haunted cities in the United States because of all the battles that happened there, and we're like the hub of
They have a
many.
huge,
Yeah,
huge, beautiful cemetery in Savannah too.
yeah, it's yeah. I definitely had some. I felt like Shotzi and some paranormal activities happening while I was visiting there.
So I will say this: I'm a person who does not in any way believe in anything really, good or bad, evil or not. But even if you're not a person who's like, oh, I'm gonna see ghosts, ghost tours are actually really neat a lot of times in cities because they're like at night, they show you cool architecture. Like
Hmm.
it's a thing to check out, even if you're not like looking to see a ghost. It's pretty cool, those ghost tours.
Yeah. Well, and you learn about the city too and like the
Yeah.
history. So even if you just get that, and then you do it at night, and then usually by candlelight. Like I was in this. I messaged Maida, but we did a
Yeah,
haunted
I want to know everything about
church.
this.
We did this like music ghost story music. I gotta close the door. Music like at this haunted church is 150 years old, and we had like candles and things. It was a thing last night. So there's, if you believe in the spirits, you know.
So here's the thing: if I were to see a ghost, I would reevaluate my position. Thus far, I'm
Hold
holding
on.
strong.
No.
I would reevaluate.
Yeah, you have to you never know. Yeah. You have to be open to it.
Oh, I just got a
Um
text. My husband is reminding me. Speedball is reminding me of. We did a tour in Edinburgh in Scotland of like
Ooh.
the various like close. It's like they call them a close, but it's like alleyways in between the really close together buildings, and they take you like into where like the plague rooms were and stuff. That was very creepy, but very interesting. Right, Mike? Like if
Interesting.
I see a ghost, I'll have some things to think about. My life would change substantially.
Okay.
So
Well, I know we're going from thriller to silver bells, and so we're going into the spooky spirit, and then going to transition into the holiday spirit. And on December 9th, we're gonna bring Santa, maybe a good Santa and a bad Santa, who knows? But this was fun, Veda. Thanks for
yes,
everyone in the chat. And everyone message me, and I will send you a care package of candy.
I found out I knew more about horror movies than I thought I
You
did.
did. I had like 100 questions, so
So
I'll
I
save them
think
for
it's
next year.
I think it's mostly that I like the ones like before, like the current ones that are like very gory and like that's not my thing. But we were more talking about classics.
Yeah, I the classic ones are kind of what drew me to that genre, and then now it's just some of them are just too gory. It's
Yeah,
just and I don't like the cheesy ones where it just is like so over the top. It's like doesn't feel real. I like the
yeah.
real ones. That makes the like your the hair on your stand
They're
up.
like creepy versus just like gory.
Yeah. Yeah, is anyone playing Mariah Carey already? Anyone? I did not. I was not
I
going to
saw
play that
on my
today.
feed today that there were some people playing Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
So
I'm not quite ready. But everyone get ready for Silver Bells on December 9th. We'll definitely have some holiday spirit in the coming weeks. We'll have to wait till a little closer to December to break all that stuff out. I have to like go get my Christmas
yeah,
tree.
and like as more matches get announced, we're gonna have more guests on here to talk about them.
Exactly.
So looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. And so follow Mission Pro Wrestling on all of our social platforms. Subscribe here on YouTube because that's where we'll go live. That's where you'll see some of our content, our exclusive matches, interviews, promos, stuff from wrestlers. That's where it all goes. And we'll get some special guests on every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central. And thank you so much. Beta, where can everyone follow you?
Check me out at it's Veda Time. I have all my stuff there. And I'm trying to think if I have anything like I said, I have I'm gonna be at WrestleCade coming up at the end of the month, and those shows are on Title Match, including the Ladies Night Out shows, so you can check that out. Make sure to keep watching for that because we want to see that Izzy match. But yeah, that's where I put everything is on. And I was trying to remember what I have coming up, and I was like, what month is it? Because we were talking about Halloween. It's November.
It's November.
Yes.
We're still in the Halloween spirit, but starting tomorrow, we're focusing on Silver Bells. So slowly you'll see things transform into Christmas. But for now, eat that candy, get that sugar high, enjoy your Halloween movies, and we'll see you next week. Follow me on all social platforms at Emily May Heller, Veda Shark, and Emily Meow wishes you a happy Halloween. Good night, everyone.